Good morning, everybody. It is actually almost not morning anymore. It is 11:41. This week, I'm gonna start reading the ACOTAR series. Literally, everybody has been telling me to read these books, or in my DMs, I've gotten like DMs where it's like, have you read the ACOTAR books? Like, what did you think of them? And I always have to be like, bestie boo, I hate to break it to you, but I have not read the series yet.
What are you doing? Are you just chilling with Dad? You say hi? You were so cute.
Are we ready, besties? Because I don't think I am, actually. I really don't think I am ready for this book. I am so excited to finally be starting this series. I'm debating on if I want to start tabbing or not, but I do have my pen near me, so if I do want to underline stuff in here and annotate, I definitely can. I'm gonna start out by not tabbing this book, but if I do get to some point in the book where I'm like, I need to tab that, I'll start tabbing. But for the time being, I think I'm just gonna annotate if I feel like it. But yeah, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I really hope it's a 5-star series because some of these books are so big. Like the next 2 books in the series, Mist and Fury and Wing and Ruin, those are fat books. And then A Court of Silver Flames, that's the biggest book. So I'm really hoping I like these and that this video is not a flop because that would greatly upset me. So I'm also going to listen to the audiobook of Court of Thorn and Roses while I read along with it because I don't know why, but when it comes to fantasy books, I have a lot. Honestly, not even just fantasy books, just books in general. If I can find the audiobook to it, I will also read along with it just because I feel like I pay attention a lot more. And also, no offense, Sarah J. Maas, but how the heck do I pronounce some of these people's names? Because I have no clue. Especially for the fantasy books, I like to listen to the audiobooks with it because some of the names and the places and the things in here, like, I'm sorry, I have no clue how to pronounce them. Probably so stupid, but on page 3 where she mentions Isaac Hale, I'm sorry, but the way Teen Wolf immediately popped into my mind, Isaac and Hale, I need to stop. Okay, I'm sorry. I am convinced, granted this is only page 5, I am convinced that Sarah J. Maas took inspiration from Teen Wolf. She's talking about how her arrowhead was carved from mountain ash, armed with an iron head. From songs sung to us as lullabies over our cradles, we all knew from infancy that fairies hated iron, but it was the ash wood that made their immortal healing magic falter long enough for a human to make a killing blow. Sarah J. Maas is a Teen Wolf fan. Convinced. It's currently 1:43. I have work at 2 today, so I stopped reading. I got to page 32, which I think is chapter like 4, I think, 4 or 5. I got to the part where big ginormous thing broke into their cabin, and that's where I left off. So I'm gonna go to work now, and I actually think when I get home I'm gonna read more of A Court of Thorn and Roses because it just really sucked me in. I wasn't expecting it to suck me in that much. I feel like with fantasy books you kind of have to get like more than 40% into the book to kind of like understand what's going on and like get into the groove of it. But for some reason, the way that Sarah J Maas writes, it just captivated me right away. So I definitely think I'm gonna read that when I get back from work, but that's where I'm at right now, and I will update you guys later today.
Hi.
It is genuinely so nice outside. Okay, maybe I'm just slow and this isn't new information, but why is this low-key giving me Beauty and the Beast vibes? Like, she's going to this, you know, land to live with the beast. This probably is already a thing, you know, I'm gonna look it up. Maas initially intended as the series as a retelling of fairy tales, Beauty and the Beast, and other things. That honestly makes that makes a lot of sense. Okay, this Reddit post says, I think SJM took multiple fairy tales / folklore, etc. stories to inspire ACOTAR. I know she took Beauty and the Beast, Tamlin, and I believe she actually did take inspiration from East of the Sun, West of the Moon. Well, that confirms my theory. So back to my book now. It's really good though so far. I'm at the part where she just agreed to the terms. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but this will be a spoilers related vlog. So if you don't want any spoilers, don't watch this video any further. I haven't given any spoilers so far because like this is the very beginning of the book. Everyone's gonna hear about it. But from this point forward, I will not be keeping my mouth shut about the stuff that is going on in this book. If you don't like spoilers, I'm sorry. This isn't the video for you. Go watch another one of my videos. I usually don't have spoilers, but this is one of those book series where I feel like a good majority of people have read, and like I feel like if you're watching these books, you're usually a fan of the series and you want to see other people enjoy it. With that said, this is going to be a complete full of spoilers reading vlog. You guys see Luna in the back going nuts? I genuinely cannot tell you the last time I sat down and updated you guys about where I am in this book. I am 100 pages out from finishing. I am on page 290 at the moment, chapter 33. I am at the part where she is about to go, I believe it's like under the mountain, where she's trying to go and save Tamlin. She did go back to the, what is it, spring court, like back to the manor, and it was like destroyed, and the only person there was the maid, and I don't remember her name now at this point because I haven't read the book in a little bit. I've been busy, okay? A girl's been busy, give her a break. But she got the whole story, you know, the reason why Freya had to be taken over the wall and why she was there. To me, it sounds very selfish of Tamlin. And I know he couldn't tell her, but like he would always get so mad at her about like, you know, saying I love you or whatever the fuck, or like genuinely falling for him, but then like wasn't telling her. So it's like, I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy. So yeah, I'm about 100 pages out from finishing right now. At the moment, I would rate it about a 4-star read. It is very interesting. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I am listening to the like dramatized audiobook of this as I'm reading along with it, just because a lot of the stuff in here is like very weird to pronounce and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I really want to know how to pronounce it, especially like Rysand. Like I didn't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't even know if I'm still saying it right. Tell me if I'm not, but like some of the names were just so confusing and I just didn't know how to pronounce them. So listening to the audiobook was very, very helpful. Not to mention, the dramatized audiobook is so fun to listen to. It's literally a movie in your head. Like as they're talking about, you know, oh, I'm walking across the grass, you like literally hear the footsteps, or like they're like, oh, and they like gasp, they actually gasp. It's insane and it's really cool. So if you guys have a very hard time getting through fantasy books, try and find a dramatized version of the fantasy book, because one, it'll help you pronounce the names a lot better. Two, I feel like it just captivates you a lot better, and it's like a movie being played in your head and it's so freaking cool. So that's where I'm at right now. I just got to the part where Freya is finally under the mountain and she's met Amarantha and was given the riddle and everything. Not gonna lie, I feel like the answer to the riddle is probably something so insanely simple, but I myself, like Feyre, am horrible at solving riddles, so I probably won't ever freaking get it. And I'm like this close to wanting to look up what the riddle is, but I also don't want to ruin this book for myself, so I'm not going to. But it is 9 o'clock, it's getting darker outside, and it's getting pretty cold now. So I think I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna do my skincare, kind of like get ready for bed, because I do have work tomorrow at 2. So I get to sleep in, but I still want to go to bed at a decent time. So I think I'm gonna go inside, get ready for bed, do all that kind of stuff, get my little sweet treat for the night, and then hop in bed and finish the rest of this because I really don't have that much left. Okay, I'm sorry that you can, one, hear my fan, but it is currently 12:25 actually, 12:25 at night or in the morning, whichever. Anyways, I just finished Feyre's first trials, and that sounds gross, but the only thing that I can imagine the worm being is that little worm from SpongeBob, if you know what I'm talking about, but I know it's not what it looks like. I looked up what it looked like. Also, Amarantha, the way that I'm like picturing her is that one queen from Alice in Wonderland. She's played by, I can't even think of the actor she's played by, but she's also in Deathly Hallows and the Harry Potter series. She's one of the Dark Lord? No, not, what are they called? You know who I'm thinking of, right? I hope. Otherwise, I just sound freaking nuts. Anyways, chapter 37. I'm gonna try and read as much more as I possibly can. I did take 10 milligrams of melatonin, and I do feel it kicking in, so I'm just gonna try and read however much I can. I'm really gonna try and get to at least 50 pages in, so I only have like 50 pages to read tomorrow morning. Definitely not gonna finish this tonight because I underestimated how tired I was, and I also spent way too much time scrolling on TikTok. I'm gonna go and read a little bit more. The way Rysand gives me like literal emotional whiplash is bonkers. This man literally just like guilt tripped her into like basically selling her soul to him. She has to spend a week with him out of every single month after all of her trials. After that chapter, he like helps her out by answering all these questions, and then like almost like quote unquote protects her from these other people who are like forcing her to do these like chores and these tasks in between her trials. Like she's being forced to do these really stupid, dumb tasks, like cleaning the floors until it's spotless with like mucky water, or like cleaning lentils out of a fireplace, and it's like, it's dumb shit, like truly dumb shit. I don't know how I feel about Rysand, because in the last chapter he like took care of her, but then like also is like, I don't like my belongings being tampered with. This man's giving me emotional whiplash to the max, and I think I said that earlier, but like I just need to reiterate that fact. Like, this man's giving emotional whiplash, and I don't know whether it's a green flag, a red flag, or an orange flag, but I guess we'll find out. Sorry, Rysand got her drunk. May I even go as far as say roofied, had her dance for him in a way that we all know what that means, and then made her sit in his lap the whole night. Dare I say Rysand sexually assaulted her? That might get some people mad. Not only did he
essentially roofie her, have her dance on him and sit on his lap, but it happened for multiple nights after that. I seriously need to know how this all turns around to the point where people are obsessed with Rysand, because at the moment, I'm back to hating him. Like, this is disgusting. This is literal sexual assault. He's making Tamlin look like a saint, and I didn't really like Tamlin at the beginning. Myself popcorn for the end of this book because I just have a feeling I'm gonna be entertained. Luna, what the hell are you doing? She's in like crazy kitty mode right now, and I don't know why. Oh my god. That's not gonna be a fairy, is it? It's gonna be your sister. Oh, my heart's pounding. It's gonna be your sister. It's not gonna be a fairy. Oh, it's gonna be your dad. Oh. She wants him to kill? That doesn't make any sense. That don't make any sense. Okay, sorry. I just switched the camera. I just switched the battery in my camera because it was literally about to die. And I just got to the part where she unveiled the third person underneath the hood that she's supposed to kill, and it's Tamlin. So of course I need to film this because this is where it gets juicy, I assume. So she pretty much has to answer the riddle where she has to kill him. Amarantha's awful. Is she figuring out the riddle? Oh my god, she is. It's love. It has to be. I was right. Was I right? It is. I was right. I'm so confused how this book continues going on if she's high fae now. Okay, I've finished A Court of Thorn and Roses, the first book in the series. At the moment, I think I might rate it 4 stars. I haven't exactly decided 110% on that rating yet, but I think I would rate it 4 stars. I really like the way that Sarah J Maas like set up the whole world. It was really easy to get into. The only reason that it took me so long to finish this book, I started this book back in April and I just finished it now in the beginning of July. The only reason it took me so long to finish it is because I only wanted to read this book if I was gonna film, because this is obviously for a reading vlog, and obviously I work full-time and I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, so I'm not always able to film or even like just read in general. So that's why it took me so long to read this. So I'm gonna do each of the ACOTAR books as their own separate reading vlog. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to comment down below and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys want to see more ACOTAR reading vlogs. Like I said, I am going to be doing a reading vlog for every single book. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye, guys. I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always have my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry.